you know, the biggest concern in Ireland in the last month or the last couple of weeks, you know, the size of cars, Elon Musk publishing something that people may or may not believe. He didn't even publish it; it's just appeared on his it's referenced in Grokpedia. Some kids learning Islam, or a fake video. It was a generative AI video. Um,
Right.
yeah, the number of Ukrainians is slightly smaller than we thought. Something about an explosion. What's this? A real explosion in Kerry was followed by a fake footage that claimed that shit. Who cares? Who fucking
Nobody
cares? Like, it's
cares.
just clickbait. Like, somebody's just trying to fucking, you know, make an extra 10 cent by getting people to watch a video. Who gives a flying fuck? And does Ireland produce less energy from wind than it did 20 years ago? Again, who's making that claim and who fucking. Let's have a look. No, we won't go into it because we spent enough time on this shit already.
Yeah.
So they fact checked something yesterday, 8 hours ago. Increase in road deaths aren't because cars are shrinking.
Huh?
They're getting bigger.
Wow. Huh?
Who's making the claim that road deaths are increasing because cars are shrinking?
Probably one guy on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, we can see the agenda already. It's like, okay, well, we need to get rid of big cars because they pollute more and they're family friendly. So if people are confined to minis only, well, then clearly you're not going to have a family because you can only get 2 adults and 2 children into a mini, and you don't want one of those big cars for more than 2 people. And why do you want a car at all? Wouldn't you not be better off on a bike or a scooter?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head here. Nobody said this. This is a perfect opportunity for the regime to just put out information that they want us to know. And what better way to convince the morons out there that something is true, not when you state it, but when you contradict the straw man.
Again, like who needs to know about this? Really. And then last week, Musk's AI answer to Wikipedia pushes racist conspiracy theories and gets some basic facts wrong. So I think this has something to do with the Great Replacement theory, that it's allowed to appear on Grokpedia. Like, he's going full tilt for ownership of everything. So yeah, not allowed to talk about conspiracy theories. That will be the future if these people are allowed to take full control. That, you know, can't examine it for yourself because you're just too fucking stupid, and you fall for a hook, line, and sinker, whatever it is. So we have these enlightened beings who will guide us on our way in the future. Like, we can't read that. And again, this isn't like the Catholic Church or the state back in the 50s. This is different, completely different, you know, completely different because they're doing it, you know. We've got debunked fake video of children learning Islamic prayer in school, shared millions of times. Okay, I remember this. Somebody posted this on X, I think it was, to say this was happening in Dublin.
Okay.
But no, it was happening in the UK. So, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it was happening.
Oh, it's happening. Yeah, it was happening.
For fuck's sake, man.
Yeah, so what actually happens is the teacher in school doesn't get them, so they go on a school trip. And so the teachers bring them on a bus up to one of the mosques, and then the kids go into the mosque and learn about it in there. And this kind of stuff does go on in a lot of Educate Together schools, which we'll talk about later, because one of our other subjects is heavily involved with Educate Together. And as we know, with Educate Together, it's you know, accept everything and believe nothing is essentially the ethos. And there are no longer more than 100,000 Ukrainians in Ireland.
Yeah, that's not a debunking, though.
No,
that's just an update. You know.
And again, who said this? Like, somebody says it, they go, "Oh my god, like that doesn't sound right." So they corrected it at something like 87 or 88,000.
Oh my god, what a revelation!
A real explosion in Kerry was followed by fake footage that claimed to show it happening. And does Ireland produce less energy from wind now than it did 20 years ago? So this would suggest to me that there's no fucking need for these people to exist at all. This is, you know, the biggest concern in Ireland in the last month or the last couple of weeks. You know, the size of cars, Elon Musk publishing something that people may or may not believe. He didn't even publish it. It's just appeared on his, it's referenced in Grokpedia. Some kids learning Islam, or a fake video. It was a generative AI video.
Right.
Yeah, the number of Ukrainians is slightly smaller than we thought. Something about an explosion. What's this? A real explosion in Kerry was followed by a fake footage that claimed that. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Like, it's just clickbait. Like, somebody's just trying to fucking, make an extra 10 cent by getting people to watch a video. Who gives a flying fuck? And does Ireland produce less energy from wind than it did 20 years ago? Again, who's making that claim, and who fucking cares? Oh, there's more. Dead pigs have long been used to intimidate Muslims, and now it's surfaced in Ireland.
Yeah,
And
it's
to
the
finish
most
up,
obvious thing.
after 5 years at Asylum Centre in Drogheda, out online fringe groups seek to rewrite what happened. All right. This was the fire, wasn't it? Where it wasn't actually, it hasn't been determined yet if it was a racist incident or if it was actually some sort of inter-feudal fight between two gangs in Drogheda. But apparently, I have to see now what the fuck. Can we see that, or do I need to? Does that follow through?
Yeah.
Okay. Fact check. Stop. Think. Check. It's like the Green Cross code. Remember, 1, stop what you're doing. 2, think about it. 3, check all your references. Then start reading it. Oh, fuck off, man. In the wake of an alleged arson attack at a centre for asylum seekers in Drogheda, anti-immigration activists online have labelled the attack a false flag. Who would do that, Howard? What kind of degenerates would do something like that? A false operation or a distraction. They must be hunted down and imprisoned. While one website instead characterized the attack as a calculated resistance by local patriots. So are you going to debunk this like that? Gardaí are investigating the fire at the County Loud iPass Centre on Friday as arson. CCTV footage from the building appears to show a man setting the stairs alight. Firefighters rescued 5 people, including a baby, from the top floor of the building in the town's Georgia Street area. The incident quickly became the focus of anti-immigration activists who repeatedly criticised asylum seekers for coming to Ireland, as well as the government for accommodating them in recent years. Yes, I often hear that on the streets, people walking up to asylum seekers and criticizing them for coming. Why this country? Attacks on asylum accommodation centres, usually unaccompanied or accompanied by online misinformation, have become a recurring pattern. In separate cases to the Drogheda fire, we have seen a number of fires at buildings where asylum seekers were to be housed or rumoured to be housed in recent years. This doesn't seem to be fact checking. This seems to be building a case based on other cases of why this case should be considered a racist attack. Like this isn't a fact check. This is, this is a fallacy. This is building a fallacious case.
Propaganda is what it is.
For more than 20 such attacks on property since 2018. Some of these have involved suspected cases of arson, and many occurred after misinformation about the buildings spread online. In another attack in 2024, anti-migrant activists welded shut an emergency exit for an accommodation centre for families in international protection. What's this got to do with the fucking fire, though? Fucking hell, next to be telling us like some fucking packy fell over a,
It's the same thing with their usual articles of like, there's 2 paragraphs about the thing, and then there's another 10 paragraphs about nothing. Sometimes even just repeating what they said in different ways. It's there's nothing new here. This is a busy work kind of fucking job.
Anti-immigrant groups were quick to put forward their own version of events. Just like what you just did there, but putting forward your version of fucking events. Following last Friday's incident, in some wildly speculative cases, they sought to place blame without proof, like you just did there, on groups as disparate as locals opposed to iPass centres or asylum seekers, to government operatives or Gardaí. Yes, it's called, looking at every fucking angle instead of you just jumping to, oh well, it's far right racists.
Yeah, just sometimes an event isn't what it appears to be initially. Especially when it involves other people. If a tree falls down and you saw it fall down, then you could say, well, I mean, the tree fell down. But, when something's like miles away and you hear about it second, third, fourth hand, it would be a good idea for you to, think about it, put forward theories. I don't know.
Yeah, it's usually a good idea to question it, or at least not to be demonized or potentially have to go to court to defend yourself for, thinking about something. One website that regularly posts anti-immigration narratives ascribed the fire to locals who view the blaze as justified self-defense. What website? That would be useful, wouldn't it? Or maybe you don't get yourself in trouble for defamation. Not very fact-checky. Seems to be lacking a lot of facts. A bold stand unfolded in Drogheda on Friday night when locals torched an international protection accommodation services centre on Georgia Street, sending a clear message to Dublin's open border elite. An article in The Liberal, they've named it, The Liberal.ie.
The Liberal, fuck's sake.
The targeted strike executed with fireworks. That's factually incorrect. Who's this? This is from The Liberal, is it? Emptied the building in minutes and left the facility gutted. Exactly the outcome Irish Patriots demanded after months of ignored protest.
Oh, this is tiresome. I need to go pee real quick.
Go on. Yeah. There are some factual errors here. The fire was not caused by fireworks and it did not leave the building gutted. The Liberal is a website that has been fact-checked numerous times. Okay, they don't need to be fact-checking fucking websites. And people can make up their own mind. Many anti-immigrant groups took a different view, blaming the fire on different groups, including the residents themselves. Of course, because it's to be expected. It's like, how are you supposed to examine these things if you don't question them? Smells like an inside job to me, read one message. So we could say they're monitoring websites, they're monitoring X, they're going through posts, looking for certain responses, and when they get them, well, then it's off to debunk it. It's pretty much like, having some little sneak sit in a pub but listening to, a group of people talking, writing down notes out of context, and then running off to the authorities to say, these people need to be dealt with. And there's been many a time in history where that doesn't work out too well for the general population, you tend to be 4 o'clock in the morning, groups of people come kicking your door in, telling you they need to take you away for questioning. And then, magically you end up in some sort of detention center for a couple of years where they try to re-educate you for your wrong think, Some fringe anti-immigration groups misleadingly call immigrants invaders. However, by far...
is it still fucking going on? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So we're just saying they're monitoring. They're clearly, like, this group are monitoring all social media posts, akin to, somebody sitting behind a group of people in a pub, taking notes and then running off to
this is like literally fucking Soviet Union fucking secret police, man.
Yeah.
What is the difference? Can someone in the Journal or any of these organizations please explain to me what is the fucking difference between you and the Soviet secret police or the Stasi?
Because they're the good guys. Don't you get it?
Oh my God.
I'm not saying the Irish state are capable of burning the iPass to justify restrictions on freedom, but you can post on X by Derek Bly, a former leader of the anti-immigration party. Bly has unsuccessfully ran in general elections and European elections and posted a photo of himself in blackface makeup on Halloween, the night of the fire. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? We need to check this website regularly. And if our names ever come up in this, right, then we just have to retire, because that means we're ineffectual. All right. Because the only people they're mentioning so far are fucking morons, or possibly just fucking agents, to make us look like idiots.
This individual in the video is a Gardaí or Antifa at the behest of Gardaí or government, read a comment by another poster, which was seen 62,200 times on it.
Seen, scrolled past. Fucking
Again,
hell.
very light on the facts, aren't they? There's an
Very
explainer.
loose.
Yeah,
Very loose with the facts. Yeah.
An explainer, Antifa, short for anti-fascist, refers to a movement that has taken a stand against the far right. A stand? Right. The term appears to have originated in the 1930s as groups took a stand against the
Oh
rise
my
of
God,
left.
man. Next thing we're going to be getting into the fucking, the early years of Napoleon Bonaparte. Like, fuck's sake.
Many of these claims were accompanied by arguments that the information put out by the media was contradictory or didn't make sense. In some cases, they had a point. Initial reports.
Oh shit. Did I just hear that?
Yeah. This is like, buried like in the fucking 18th paragraph. Initial reports, which were also uttered by the Minister for Justice, indicated that the fire was likely started by fireworks. So how about that? Leading some people to think that the blaze was an accident or a prank gone wrong. Unsubstantiated claims in the Liberal that the fire was started by, well, what about the unsubstantiated claims of the minister? He gets a pass, but the fucking Liberal gets a hiding.
Yeah.
Where's the minister getting his information from? The Liberal? Is that what it is?
This is fucking surreal stuff, man.
Yeah. Oh my God, it goes on
Wow.
and on and on.
I'm telling you, man. Like, seriously, just like fucking hit F, control F, type in Napoleon there, see if he comes up. Fucking hell.
Let's script to the end. Okay, it's just it's pathetic because it's just somebody sitting there at their computer for 8 hours a day, in the journal, scrolling through all social media, looking for something to fucking complain about. And again, it's like we said, you're just sitting in a pub behind people with a notepad, writing down inappropriate, what you think are inappropriate comments, stripped of all context, and then reporting it to the authorities. So here's something they picked up while spying on people. And we can easily imagine this route in the court. Can we? We've seen it in the UK, where you did on the 11th of November 2025, you did say, quote, "Pure propaganda here from RTE," said a description on the video you posted on Instagram featuring the clip. Drogheda woman says, "It's so cruel what happened IPAS Centre in Drogheda last night. What is cruel when a migrant raped a 10-year-old Irish girl in City West? Grammatical mistakes have been left as they are, as the intended meaning is unclear. I find you guilty of the most heinous of hate crimes and sentence you and your unborn child to 47 years in prison." There is no known connection between the suspected arson in Drogheda and an alleged sexual assault of a young girl in City West. What the fuck? Like, yeah, so that's what we're up against. And that gives me hope because these people are just retards. They just have the protection of the state behind them. And I'd like to know where they get their money from. I really would, because I don't know, is the journal, is it a very popular newspaper? Are there a lot of subscriptions to it? I don't know. Like, is it a print or is it just purely online? But you would think, like, if they've got 12 people working on the fact-checking team, that's a lot of staff, isn't it? Like,
oh yeah,
for a small fucking newspaper, like, so.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't seen the journal pop up on social media in a year. Like all of these companies, they're really fucking tanking, man. They're like the past 10 years in particular, I think they've been on this death spiral, slow as it is. They've been, like a drowning man, just kind of grabbing any old thing that might keep them afloat. And then out of nowhere, the journal can field fucking 12 fucking dickheads. It's possible that, they're just doing it because that's their idea of fun, maybe.
I don't fucking know, man. I know, but this is what we're up against, yeah. So anywhere I've looked, like there's on traditional media, there's no mention, there's no real debate about this democracy shield. It's, as far as they're concerned, it's like this is needed. It's the best thing. There's no drawback. The big story for this week seems to be that what most people in Ireland are concerned about is the Irish football team are have nearly made it through to the World Cup finals because we beat Hungary. Everywhere. Like anytime
the World Cup is on.
I know, right? Yeah. So we're close to qualifying. Some dude from Dublin scored a hat trick against Hungary, and that means we're nearly we've nearly qualified for the World Cup, and people are very, very excited. People are going to credit unions to get loans on the strength that we go to the World Cup. Every radio program, it's like an hour dedicated to this conversation. How it's such a boost and a lift.
This is so fucking propaganda.
I know, right?
The end of the fucking civilization, bread and circuses. Oh Jesus!
Yeah, and if we do qualify, I'm never watching any sport again because it's a pure sign that even sports is not as it is. That I wouldn't. I've had this thought hundreds of times that every sporting event or every major sporting events to do with Ireland is probably fixed to lift and distract the nation. Like it is bread and circus, like. And we saw that in, the 1990 World Cup. I've seen a lot of people very excited. Like it's the biggest thing in the fucking world. That, oh my God, we're going to get to go to the World Cup. And what will probably happen is we won't. And people will be crushed. And then either way, it works for the media because they either get to celebrate it as like, this is the best thing. Let's talk about this now for fucking 4 months or till whenever the World Cup happens. And then if it doesn't, well, then they'll be licking their lips as well because they'll just get to the drip of depression and fear. Just like, oh, it's fucking terrible. Like, we don't even deserve freedom at all. Like, we can't even make it to a World Cup. What type of awful fucking country are we at all?